stronger, faster, all in a tougher era? Says our guy Nick, as the GOAT debate rolls on a Tuesday morning. Nick, is it just a matter of time before LeBron is viewed as the GOAT over Jordan?
Oh, listen, of course future generations will not see this as a debate, but we do not have the ability to time travel, so I'm going to use my time here to try to move at least a smidge, a couple of our friends, Chris Broussard and Kevin Wildes, who for them, Michael Jordan is Paul Bunyan. They are in sports parlance, the young child whose dad can always beat up all the other dads. No, you don't remember. You don't know. You weren't there. He was so tough and so big and so strong. And it's like, wait, you're supposed to grow out of that. And it's like, no, he's that. So here's the thing. And here's what is to me so interesting about this debate is this was, Jenna, I believe, the very first topic we ever did on this show, which was 5 years ago, right after LeBron won the title against the Warriors. Since then, since this started to be a debate, LeBron has done the following in the NBA Finals, and God knows all that counts is the NBA Finals. We can show it to you. Since we started the debate, what has LeBron done? Well, we can show you the numbers, I think. He averaged a triple-double in the finals. And then the next year, damn near averaged another triple-double. And 2018, if you remember, was when he had the 8 40-point games, the 2 buzzer beaters, and the single greatest game anyone has ever played, the 51-8-8 in Game 1. And then he won another championship. By the way, those 3 finals averages come out to around 33, 10, and 9 on 55% shooting. Michael Jordan in his final 3 finals was 31, 5, and 4 on 43% shooting, but he won them all, so nobody cares. So what I am interested in with Broussard is this, and be honest with me here, please. Was there ever anything LeBron could do after the Dallas series? Or was the Dallas series such a blemish? Because that's the one argument I'll accept. The one argument I'll accept is that Jordan never had a low like the Dallas series. And so if LeBron had won 9 championships in a row, it wouldn't have mattered because he had that failure. Was there anything in your mind LeBron could have done post-Dallas, because we're now a decade removed, to become the greatest player ever? Or was his story written 10 years ago and everything else has just been a race for second place because that's as high as he can get?
No. Certainly after Dallas, he could have done some things that would have made me think he was the GOAT. I mean, he was in Miami for 4 years, Nick. And I remember I was on SportsCenter on the other network the night that he decided, he was going to Miami. And if you had told me, I was one of the few in the national media who was not killing LeBron. I was supporting him in his decision. If you had told me, oh, the Heat are going to win 2 of the next 4 championships with LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh, I would have been like, what? That's a failure. 2 of 4? They're winning at least 3, if not all 4. And they only won 2. So had they even at least won 3 when they had the best roster in the NBA, that would have gone a long way to aid LeBron's argument. And then going forward, winning more championships rather than losing more final series. So, yeah, he could have done something. Now, you brought up the Dallas meltdown. That is part of the argument. It's not the main thing, but it's part of it. Jordan is one of the few superstars that we've never seen him have that meltdown moment. We even saw Magic have it in the tragic Johnson series against Boston in 1984, I believe it was. And then, obviously, LeBron had his against Dallas. Jordan lost, but he never melted down. He never was really the reason they lost, where you said, wow, what happened to Mike? He just wasn't himself. So that is part of the argument. But here's the thing, Nick. I want to answer Jenna's question. I once thought there was a time when LeBron would be viewed as the GOAT. I felt that when the millennials and the Gen Zers began dominating the discussion, when they were on TV shows like this and radio shows, and they dominated the discussion, that they would say LeBron's the GOAT, and it would become accepted wisdom, just like today it's accepted wisdom that Jordan's the GOAT. But I no longer believe that, because if you look at recent things, ESPN just came out with their rankings of the top 75 players ever. And certainly there are millennials among their experts that were ranking them. They had Jordan 1, LeBron 2. The Athletic, same thing. Millennials in their ranking pool. They had Jordan number 1, LeBron number 2. In October of 2020, ESPN actually polled fans. And 66%, Nick, of those 18 to 34-year-olds said Jordan is better than LeBron. And so I think Jordan, Wilds, has reached the point. Jordan is like Babe Ruth or Muhammad Ali, where he is going to be viewed, whether you can throw out numbers,
like
you can throw out whatever.
Bunyan.
Jordan has become so iconic.
Yeah.
Well, fine, whatever you want to call it. But fine. But Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali were real. And so was Michael Jordan. And he has reached that status in our society where it's going to take more than even the great LeBron James did for someone to come along and people to say he was better than Jordan. Whether you look at the shoes, the 6-0, the iconic shot against Utah, whatever you want to look at, Michael Jordan has reached that level. And I think Tom Brady will too, where it's just like, you got to do something astronomical to surpass Michael Jordan in people's view.
But I want to just go back to my original question, because you answered it, but I don't think you really did. Because I said post Dallas, is there anything LeBron could have done? And you said win more championships. So let's just go through it, okay? So post Dallas, the first year he won the title. The next year, he won the title. The next year, you said they had the best team in basketball. I do not think that year they had the best team in basketball, not with Dwayne Wade in the position he was in. LeBron, in the finals, gave you 28 a game on 58% shooting and 51% from three. Hold on, just wait a second. And they lost in 5. They got blown out of that series. So let's set that one aside and we can argue about it in a moment. The next year
was aside. It happened.
No. I just want to go through it.
It was an old San Antonio team. Tim Duncan wasn't close to his prime.
So you think LeBron could have done more?
And Tony Parker and Mountain were hovering on their prime.
So you think in 2014,
if we just want to throw out
LeBron went...
Nick, if we just want to throw out numbers, let's talk about Wilt Chamberlain.
No.
Okay, if we just want to start throwing out incredible numbers, we can bring Wilt into the conversation.
I'm not trying to throw out numbers. I'm asking you an honest question. When the Heat lost in 5, 3 of those losses in blowout fashion, and LeBron, by any objective standard, played very well, you think he could have done more? You think there's a player that you could have inserted? All the other things are the same. That you remove LeBron and put Jordan there, and instead of losing in 5, they win the series. I don't think you actually believe that. That's why I wanted to go year by year.
Nick,
the next year, they lost. Hold on. The next year, Brew, he was 36, 13, and 9. And they lost in 6 when Kyrie and Kevin Love went down. The next year, they won. And then there was the 2 years they lost 4-0 and 4-1 to Golden State. We showed you the numbers because it's the most talented team ever. And the only other healthy year he's had, he won the title since then. So my question is, what's the year that you could have replaced LeBron with Jordan and they win the title post Dallas? Is there a year? Do you believe there's a year?
Nick, you're dealing with hypotheticals and theories and fantasies and what ifs. I'm dealing with facts. You're bringing feelings to a fact fight. I'm dealing with the fact that we never saw Michael Jordan lose in the finals. We never even saw him push to 7 games. All right? I believe Michael Jordan would have... Now, would he have won all of those finals that LeBron lost? I don't know. But we don't know. We can't... It's like Kobe said. We can't answer some of these things. So let's deal with what we do know. What we do know is that Michael Jordan dominated the league in a way that LeBron hasn't. Whether it's individual numbers, led the league